Hello. Yeah, if you are still creating a full Kubernetes cluster to test something very small locally, you are wasting your time. In this video, I will show you how to create fully functional Kubernetes cluster in a minute using kind cluster in your machine. No cloud, no complex setup, just fast and local Kubernetes. By the end of this video, you will be able to create, manage, destroy, manage multi-node kind cluster using local machine. Let's get started. Yeah. So what exactly is kind? So kind stands for Kubernetes in Docker. You are running a Kubernetes node as a Docker container. This project was created actually to test Kubernetes itself. Now, a lot of people are using this one for local development, for learning purpose, and some using this as a CI/CD pipelines. Some people using it to test the CI/CD pipelines before running the code into production. If you are seeing this diagram in the right, yeah, all Kubernetes components are bundled together and running as a Docker container. Yeah. So why I should use kind? Kind is very speed. So if you need Kubernetes cluster in a minute, just create kind cluster. Second, it's totally free. It's open source and you can use it without any limitation. You can have multiple clusters running inside your local machine. No limitation. You can isolate all your cluster with kind. And the flexibility, you can create actually single node cluster or multiple cluster. And the good thing, you can set a lot of conditions if you are learning or doing something else. I think right now you are wondering why I should use kind instead of using something like Minikube. Yeah, I tell you why. Yeah, first, it's very fast. You can spin, create, destroy, even modify your cluster very fast comparing to what you have with Minikube. It's lightweight. You can easily create Kubernetes cluster in your machine. If you don't have very big, huge machine, you can use kind very smoothly. And if you are using local development or CI/CD testing, you can use kind without any issues inside your CI/CD pipelines. What you need to get started, you need just Docker and you need kubectl to get started. Installing kind is very easy. If you are in Linux or Windows or Mac, it is available in all platforms. So let's get started and install kind. So what you have to do is to just go open your browser and go to kind website and documentation. If you are in Linux, you can use this command to install your kind cluster. And if you are Mac, and if you don't like use command, you can use package manager like Pro if you are in Linux or Mac, and you can use Windows as well. Yeah, in this demo, I will use virtual machine using multibus from Canucal. This is the company who is creating Ubuntu. Yeah, I will create virtual machines here. I have already ready one, but you can create your own virtual machine very easy. I will go here. This is my virtual machine. First, you will start this virtual machine. Make sure you have Docker installed. I will install Docker, so I will go for the whole steps to make sure you are not facing any issues. First, you will go to Docker here and you can select running in top of Ubuntu. I will take this script, but if you are using anything else, you need to select your distribution. I will go back here and I will paste this one. This one will get this script locally in your machine. What you have to do is to run and execute this script right now. And if you just need to dry run this script, you can use dry run. Otherwise, what I will do, I will execute this script right now. So what you need to do is go here back and you can use something like this. Get Docker. Let me make this, and you have to go and press enter. You will find here it required to do something. What you need to do is to just take this command and execute it as it explained. It will configure the package manager for you, then we'll press OK. Right now you can back and execute the script again and it will get started. Let's wait until it finish. Yeah, everything is okay. Right now you will have the Docker installed, Docker engine installed, and this is the information. So another extra step needed to be done here. If you need to run Docker without any without root, you can execute this one. Okay, so let's do this. Once you run this command, you will see it give you some command to be executed, what you have to do is just copy this one, okay, and paste it here. You have to wait until this one is finished, and once it's done, you can run the script again. This one, let's go and get it again. Docker rootless install. Back here, okay. Everything should be fine right now. What you have to do is to try docker ps and docker, let's make this one docker run hello world. So next step right now, we will do install kind. So Docker right now is installed. Let's go back and go to kind documentation. In this installation, you will find your distribution. If you are running on AMD or ARM, you have to select your correct architect. Let's go back here and go to terminal. And what you need to do is just paste this command. One note here, if you see here, if you want to test different Kubernetes clusters, you can select what you need here. Okay, so right now I have kind installed, and let's see how to create a cluster. What you need to do is just very simple, create cluster, and you have to wait until the cluster is created. It's very easy and straightforward. So as you can see here, you can find Kubernetes cluster are created, and I think I don't have kubectl, but you can install this easily with Ubuntu package manager. Yeah, let's fix this one. Yeah, there is a typo here. Okay. Once kubectl is installed, you can actually use your cluster. So let's start seeing what is the cluster information by kubectl. You can use cluster dash info. It will give you the cluster information. This is the cluster is running locally, and you can use kubectl get nodes to get the cluster nodes, and you have here single cluster with one control plane. You can go here and describe this node and put this control plane name here. This is a control plane, and this is all the information you need to know about this node. So you can start creating your workload, like create deployment, kubectl create deployment. Let's go here. For example, Nginx -- Nginx, and the image is Nginx, and you can get this pods. It's creating, and you can kubectl expose the deployment -- port 80 -- type, and you can use something like NodePort. Okay, no names was specified. We didn't specify the deployment name, which called Nginx. Yeah, if you try kubectl get service, kubectl get deployment, you will find this deployment. Okay, so let's back and try to find the cluster kubectl list, okay, or kind get clusters. You can use clusters. This is the first cluster, it's called kind. And if you need to create a cluster with a specific name, what you need to do is to use a name like this one, kind create cluster -- name kube - ops, and you can wait for this one. You see here the cluster, the new cluster is already created in a second or a minute. Let's get here and try to find this information, and this is the new cluster. So what I will do right now, if I list clusters, okay, sorry, it's get clusters. Right now I don't need the kind cluster, so I can delete cluster like here. And if you don't need the command, just press enter and it will delete the default one. Right now, if I try to get the clusters, I find only the cluster with a name. Otherwise, the default one will be deleted. Right now, what I will do last thing, if I need to create multi-node cluster, I can do this easily. For example, let's touch kind.yaml, go here and open this file. I can do something like this. First, I can define the cluster. What I need to do here is create a cluster, and this is the role, and this is the worker node, and so on. Once you created this one, you can go and create cluster dash dash name multi nodes and dash dash config, and you can provide this configuration which called kind.yum. Once you enter, you will have multi-node Kubernetes cluster. You see here right now the CNI is installed and the storage cluster is installed, and this is will join all of worker nodes here, and you'll find this cluster right now here. Okay. Yeah. If you try to get kubectl get nodes, kubectl get nodes, you will find here one control plane and different worker nodes. Thank you so much, and I will see you in next video.